Let's take a deeper dive into the biggest legal question of the day with Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Listen, I'm frustrated, I think, for the people there. It is an outrage that people would be skipped just because they had a sign supporting one candidate or another. I just can't believe that's actually happening. They have to answer questions for this, Tom. This is an outrage. Let me share this from the Washington Times. It's an op-ed from Anna Paulina Luna. It says this: families that should have received critical resources are still waiting for help. For those affected, this is not about politics, but survival. The idea that aid was withheld because of political affiliation is a slap in the face to every American who believes in fairness and equality under the law. What say you?
Well, you know, for years, the Biden administration, and even before then, have equated Trump support with terrorism. Yep. And the media has been pushing it, and you see it with the FBI, you see it with military training. And so it's no surprise that a major government agency like FEMA would incorporate that into its decisions on who to give aid to. And they had this narrative, oh, it's dangerous for Trump supporters to question FEMA, so therefore let's not have FEMA provide any aid and comfort to alleged Trump supporters in their time of dire need. I mean, these are emergency life or death situations. And it's clear based on the woman who was initially fired, the new whistleblower coming forward, and of course it makes sense that there was this agency-wide directive or understanding that Trump supporters are violent, so therefore let's not even offer them aid.
I'm still stunned because at the end of the day, you have a responsibility to all Americans. They're taxpayers, too, whether you like who they voted for or not. I don't think this is the end of this story, Tom.
No,
Speaking of, I don't think this is the end of this story as well. Alvin Bragg wants to make President Trump wait for years before he decides whether or not to go through with the end of this particular case or sentencing. Let me share one of your great colleagues, Jonathan Turley's thoughts on it and get your reaction on the other side.
You cannot have a local district attorney treat a sitting president like a freak on a leash, where he just is able to say that I will finish this work once you're out of office. It elevates the district attorney to a grotesque level.
A grotesque level, and my concern is and has been for quite some time, and you and I have talked about this off camera, turnabout becomes fair play. And I don't want to see some DA in Texas, for example, saying about the border, well, I think we're going to run in another former president. This is, I think, a bridge too far, and yet this is where we are. Do you think this goes forward?
I hope not. I hope at least the federal courts intervene here.
Yeah.
Bragg is ignoring the immunity issue. The big issue is whether this case should exist at all, given the Supreme Court immunity ruling. And the idea that Bragg and Judge Merchan would hold over a sitting president's head the possibility of going to jail would obviously impair the presidency and is designed to intimidate him and harass him while he's president. So the fact that Alvin Bragg is still playing this game shows, and he's a politically connected guy, shows the Democrats are still committed to lawfare to harass President Trump. Right now, for instance, Jack Smith is busily typing away, misusing taxpayer resources to put out a smear report on Trump. Everything should stop. Everything in terms of the lawfare targeting Trump, because now it's impairing our national security.
Right.
And an incoming president.
And miraculously, a hacker suddenly ends up with a House report. Wonder how that all happened. There'll be more questions about that as well. Tom, great to see you, my friend. Thank you.
Good to be with you.
Appreciate your time.